recap all the paradigms of our arguments, I would like to first comment on a few ideas that the side proposition have mentioned earlier. Okay, the Prime Minister, as what my colleague in our side of the house had said, has mentioned a lot of policies and laws and everything, and there had been an evident inconsistency in their resources, considering that the Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister have stated different laws on waste segregation. So we were a bit confused on if the sources they have gotten are really reliable. So can we really trust that argument? Another thing is that the Prime Minister have said that environmental degradation is reversed, and he considered it evident that I think is very shallow. He said that when you see dump trucks rolling down the streets, you will see that they are halved. The fields of the dump trucks are halved. As far as I can remember, the last time I threw our garbage outside, the truck was full. There's actually a tolda telling the people that it's full. So where's the evidence of effective waste segregation in that sense? And another thing is that he mentioned that maybe, just maybe, the environment is not winning the war. With that fact, I think he is a bit siding on us. He is a bit agreeing on the idea that the environment, the government is really not winning the war against environmental degradation. And they always tell us that it requires time. It takes time to plan, time to debate on what steps to make. But when is the right time? When is the right time? Another thing is that the Deputy Prime Minister mentioned to Batahari, Banawi Rice Terraces, and other things that have been nominated for awards. Okay, let's say they're really part of the environment, they are beautiful and everything, we are proud of them. But the thing is, these places are just minute places in the Philippines. These places are not affected by the social stigma of environmental degradation. So why cite those examples? Diba? So, and another thing is that they have also mentioned that we should not be so excited to the progress. Hello, we're third world country in decades already. Aren't we going to do something to progress? And let's start with saving with the proper environment management. And another point is that they said that DPM said that people in the Philippines is very undisciplined. As far as I'm concerned, this is a very unstable statement, because how can you say that you are winning if you yourselves admit that the people in the Philippines are undisciplined? He also added the fact that people are pessimistic to cooperate with the government. So what's the sense of giving policies? How can you mandate them? How can you make them mandatory? How can you make people follow them if they themselves are undisciplined and they themselves are pessimistic? So there's an inconsistency of their position on that motion. Another thing is that I have to say something that I wasn't supposed to rebut the government with, but he said a new idea. He said that should it be publicized? Should things that have been happening around that concern saving environment be publicized? Of course, it should be publicized. It supposedly should give hope to people that we can save the environment. But why hide them, diba? Why hide them? So we must publicize to make them realize that we are winning. But not publicizing them is a wrong decision to make, because you are hiding you are giving false hopes to people that we are not giving acknowledgement to this accomplishments. So with that, I end my rebuttals. Let me proceed to recapping of our arguments. So the first thing that we have pointed out is that global warming is very evident. This is today's major controversy on environmental degradation. And this is happening not only locally, but globally. And it is always subject to debate. Okay. And global warming all over the world creates climate change and diversity in weather. So that is very alarming, especially that there are statistics saying that in less than 5 years, Miami, Florida will be flooded because of the melting of the Arctic cap. So don't you think that we are affected with that also? Since we are a part of this earth, we are affected also by global warming. Number 2 is that there is poor environment protectionism. The Pasig River has been rehabilitated for decades already, and there's still no clear report that it is, that the development of cleaning it is really evident. Another thing is there's poor policy implementation. Hygiene has violated a lot of environmental policies, and actually the centers were shocked to see that the buildings were already standing up high in the middle of the forest, and it was too late for them to apprehend them because the buildings are already there. How can you give back how can you bring back the trees that they have cut already? And lastly, we have poor waste management. It's always an issue where to throw our waste. As our counter proposals, we have 3. Giving higher fines for violators, giving more strategic waste management, and instead of looking for landfills, we use another technology to manage our waste. With this, I end my speech. Thank you.